somewhere between who you were and who you wanted to be, you got tired, didn't you? You didn't plan on ending up here, scrolling in the dark, heart a little heavier than you let anyone see, trying to convince yourself that you're fine, when inside you feel like you're running out of time. This is not a video for people who have everything figured out. This is for the ones who feel behind, for the ones who gave their best and still lost, for the ones who smile in public and break in private, for the ones who look at their life and quietly whisper, "I thought I'd be further than this by now." If that's you, stay with me. Because this isn't about fake positivity. This isn't about just believe in yourself and everything magically works out. This is about you sitting with the truth of your life and deciding, maybe for the first time, that your story is not finished yet. You want to know how to succeed in your life? We start here, with your disappointment, with your heartbreak, with the parts of you that nobody claps for, because that's where real success actually begins, in the silence, in the nights when no one is watching, in the moments you feel like you're breaking or already broken. Let's be honest, you have been hurt by people you trusted, by promises that never became reality, by your own choices, by life being so much harder than you thought it would be. You have done things you're not proud of. You have stayed in places you knew were killing you. You have tolerated disrespect just to not be alone. You have betrayed yourself to keep other people comfortable. And still, here you are, listening, breathing, not giving up even if it feels like you are. So hear me. You are not weak. You are not late. You are not finished. You are just in the middle of your story. And the middle is always messy. People will show you their highlight reels, their vacations, their perfect bodies, their relationships that look like a movie, their success. What they don't show you is the nights they cried on the floor, the deals that fell through, the exams they failed, the anxiety, the shame, the fear, the doubt. You see the trophy. You don't see the war they fought to earn it. And right now, maybe you feel like you're losing your war. You drag yourself out of bed. You put on the same clothes, the same fake smile. You go to the same job that does not light you up. You come home to the same four walls. Open the same apps, eat the same food, lay in the same bed, and wonder why everything feels exactly the same. You watch other people move on. They get promotions. They get engaged. They buy houses. They start businesses. They lose weight. They seem to be running while you are standing still. And somewhere inside, a voice whispers, maybe this is it for you. Maybe this is all you get. Listen to me very carefully. That voice is a liar. You were not born to just survive your days and die with your story still locked inside you. You were not born just to pay bills, scroll your phone, and slowly forget the person you wanted it to become. You feel this emptiness for a reason. You feel this ache for a reason. You feel this heavy, quiet sadness for a reason. It is the part of you that refuses to accept that this is how your life has to be. That part of you, the one that still dreams even after everything you've been through, that part of you is your chance to succeed. Not in some cheesy, motivational poster way, in a real, grounded, personal way. So let's talk about it. What does success even mean? Most people will tell you it's money, status, followers, cars, attention. But deep down, you know something. There are people who have all of that and they still cry themselves to sleep. Success is not how your life looks to other people. Success is how your life feels to you when you are alone with yourself. Success is self-respect. Success is peace. Success is waking up and not hating the person you see in the mirror. Success is knowing you didn't run from your truth. Success is building a life so honest that you no longer need to escape from it. And the good news? You can start building that life from exactly where you are. Not when you lose weight, not when they come back, not when you get the job, not when you move to another city, not when everything is perfect. From here, from this exact moment, from the wreckage, from the tears, from the regret. Because your pain is not just pain. It is information. It is a message. It is a map. It is life saying, what you're doing is not working anymore. Something has to change. So let's start with the hard truth that nobody likes to say out loud. No one is coming to rescue you. Not your ex, not your parents, not your boss, not your friends, not a lottery ticket, not the government, not a motivational video. People can help you. People can love you. People can cheer for you. But no one can live your life for you. At some point, you have to look at your own reflection and say, I am done waiting for someone to choose me. I am going to choose myself. I am done waiting for permission to change my life. I am giving that permission to myself. That moment, when you stop waiting and start deciding, is the first step toward real success. Because success is not something you find, it's something you build. Brick by brick, choice by choice, day after day. And yes, it will be slow. Yes, it will be boring sometimes. Yes, you will be tempted to quit. Yes, you'll feel like nothing is changing. But listen, you did not destroy your self-respect in one day. You will not rebuild it in one day either. You lost trust in yourself slowly. Every time you said tomorrow and didn't do it. Every time you promised yourself you'd change and then didn't. Every time you stayed when you knew you should have left. Every time you silenced yourself just to be liked. And just like you lost trust in yourself slowly, you will gain it back slowly. One honest action at a time. You want to succeed in life? Start here. Make one promise to yourself today. Just one. Something small, something you can keep, and then keep it. Not to impress anyone, not to post online, just to show yourself. When I say I will do something, I do it. That is the foundation of success. Not motivation, not hype, not inspiration. Self-trust. Because when you trust yourself, you become dangerous to your own life, to your excuses, to your laziness, to your I can't, to your it's too late. Let me ask you something. How many times have you talked yourself out of your own future? You had an idea, and then you killed it with thoughts like, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, I don't know how to start, what will people think? What if I fail? Look at that. You failed. Without even trying. You became your own enemy before the world even had a chance. So from now on, ask yourself, what if I'm wrong about my limits? What if I can do more than I think? What if my fear is lying to me? Because it is. Fear will always show you the worst case scenario. It will rarely show you the best one. What if you apply for that job and you get it? What if you start that business and it works? What if you talk to that person and they understand you? What if you set that boundary and your life gets lighter? What if you try and your whole life changes? You don't know because you haven't tried yet, not fully, not consistently. Not like your life depends on it. Somewhere along the way, you got comfortable with almost chasing your dream, almost being honest, almost starting, almost leaving, almost changing. But almost will kill you slowly. It will break your spirit. It will keep you in the same cycle until one day you wake up and realize you were almost your whole life. And now it's over. You're not here to almost live. You're here to live. So let's talk about the version of you that you've been hiding. The real you. The one who wants more. The one who gets goosebumps when they imagine a better life. The one who dreams of waking up excited. The one who wants to feel proud. The one who wants to love and be loved without pretending. That version of you is not a fantasy. That version of you is possible. But here's the cost. You will have to let parts of your current life die. You will have to let your excuses die. Your old identity die. Your need for constant approval die. Your fake friendships die. Your lazy habits die. Your addiction to comfort die. That's why success hurts. Not because you work hard, but because you have to outgrow the version of you that was okay with staying small. And outgrowing yourself is painful. You will feel lonely. You will feel misunderstood. You will feel like you are losing more than you are gaining. Your old life will call you back. The people who only knew the weaker you, the quieter you, the yes to everything you, they will not clap when you finally say no. They benefited from your lack of boundaries. They benefited from your fear. They benefited from your people pleasing. So understand this. Your growth will offend the people who liked you better when you didn't like yourself. Don't shrink for them. Don't apologize for healing. Don't dim your light to keep others comfortable in their darkness. You want to succeed? Then let people be uncomfortable. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be honest with yourself. Because when you are alone at night, replaying your life in your head, those people will not be there. It will just be you and the truth. And the question is, will you respect the person you chose to be? Let's talk about those nights. The nights you lay on your back staring at the ceiling. The nights when your mind will not shut up. The nights when your chest feels heavy and you don't even know why. The nights you remember who hurt you. The nights you remember who you hurt. The nights you wonder if you'll ever feel okay. Those nights are not a punishment. They're a mirror. They show you the gap between the life you're living and the life you want. What do you do with that gap? Some people numb it. With food, with alcohol, with endless scrolling, with drama, with hookups, with anything that is loud enough to drown out the truth. They choose distraction over direction. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be your own escape route. At some point, you have to sit with your pain and say, I hear you. I see you. I will not run from you anymore. Tell me what needs to change. Because success is not about escaping your reality. It is about facing it completely, honestly, and then deciding to build something better. So let's face it. Maybe you're not where you want to be. Maybe you wasted time. Maybe you lost years in a relationship that went nowhere. Maybe you stayed in a job that drained your soul. Maybe you hurt good people because you were hurting too. Maybe you were not the hero in your story. Maybe sometimes you were the villain. Fine. Own it. All of it. Look it straight in the eye. And then whisper to yourself, I will not end my story here. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Your mistakes are chapters, not the whole book. You don't have to like who you were to be proud of who you're becoming. So let's talk about becoming. Who are you becoming? Not in theory, not in your dreams, in your daily life. Because your life is not changed by the big moments you imagine. It is changed by the small moments you choose. When the alarm rings, do you get up or do you hit snooze? When you're tired, do you still do what you said you'd do? When you're angry, do you react or do you respond? When you're hurt, do you shut down or do you communicate? When you're bored, do you create or do you consume? Success is hidden in those tiny choices. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, your future gets a little louder. Every time you choose honesty over pretending, your soul gets a little lighter. Every time you choose action over overthinking, your life shifts a little closer to the one you want. You keep waiting for motivation. You keep waiting to feel like it. But your feelings are not loyal to your future. They are loyal to your comfort. Power comes when you learn to move even when your feelings do not agree. You do not have to be confident. You just have to be willing. Willing to be bad at something new. Willing to be judged. Willing to look foolish. Willing to fail publicly. Willing to feel uncomfortable. The person who is willing to be uncomfortable will always beat the person who only works when they feel good. Maybe right now you're brokenhearted. Someone left. Someone lied. Someone chose someone else. Or maybe they're still in your life. But they treat you like you're easy to lose and you think your life is over. You think you will never love again. You think you are not enough. Listen carefully. Sometimes, life breaks your heart to fix your vision. You were begging for love in places that only drained you. You were shrinking yourself to keep someone who never grew for you. You were accepting almost when you deserved absolutely. Losing them did not break you. It showed you where you had already broken yourself just to keep them. You want to succeed in life. Stop trying to prove your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Stop auditioning for roles in lives that were never meant for you. Stop tying your value to someone's ability to see it. Your value is not up for debate, not even with you. You are allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. You are allowed to heal and still have days that hurt. You are allowed to be strong and still cry. You are allowed to let go, even if your voice shakes when you say, I deserve better than this. That sentence, I deserve better than this, is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is you deciding that how you are treated by others and by yourself must match the value you carry. And let's talk about how you treat yourself. You speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to a friend. You call yourself ugly, stupid, useless, behind, a failure. You replay your worst moments like they define you. You take your lowest day and label yourself with it. And then you wonder why it's so hard to succeed. How can you build a beautiful life while you are destroying yourself with your own words? From now on, try this. Talk to yourself like someone you are responsible for protecting. If a child came to you and said, I feel like a failure, I messed up, I wasted time, I'm scared, you would not say, yeah, you're worthless, give up. You would comfort them. You would encourage them. You would guide them. You would remind them of their strength. You deserve that same compassion. Success is not just discipline. Success is also kindness to yourself. You can't heal in a war zone. If your mind is a constant battlefield of self-hate, you will sabotage every good thing that comes your way. Be strict with your habits. Be gentle with your heart. You are allowed to demand more from yourself without destroying yourself in the process. Let's be real. You're not tired because your dream is too big. You are tired because your doubts are too loud. You are tired because you keep restarting from zero. You are tired because you keep carrying people who refuse to walk on their own. You are tired because you keep trying to be everything for everyone and nothing for yourself. So from this moment, give yourself permission to disappoint people who expect you to live a life that disappoints you. Outgrow the version of yourself that accepted so little. Set boundaries that protect your peace. Say no when something feels wrong. Say yes when your soul whispers, "This is for us." Imagine this. 1 year from today. 1 year of you choosing discipline over comfort more often than not. 1 year of you being honest about what you want. 1 year of you cutting off what drains you. 1 year of you building skills instead of just wishing. 1 year of you showing up even when no one claps. 1 year of you being loyal to your future, not your past. Do you really believe your life would not look different? Of course it would. It has to. The problem is not that it's impossible. The problem is that it's hard, and you are tired of hard. I know. You have been fighting for so long, fighting to be seen, fighting to survive, fighting to stay, fighting to leave, fighting to keep your head above water. But understand this. There are two types of hard in life. The hard of staying the same and the hard of changing. Staying the same is hard. You wake up tired. You hate your job. You feel stuck. You feel lost. You feel resentful. You feel invisible. Changing is hard. You face your fears. You feel uncomfortable. You risk failing. You risk losing people. You have to get honest. You have to do the work. Both are hard. So if it's going to be hard anyway, choose the hard that leads somewhere. You may say, "But I don't know where to start." Start by telling yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth about the habits that are killing you, the people who are using you, the relationships that are not love, just trauma on repeat, the job that is stealing your time and giving you nothing but stress, the dreams you gave up on because someone laughed at you, the things you pretend you don't care about just because you're scared to fail at them. Tell yourself the truth, even if it hurts, because the truth might break your heart. But lies will break your life. After the truth comes the choice, not 10 choices, not 100. One, what is one thing you can change today, not next year, not when things calm down? Today. Maybe it's getting up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's writing instead of scrolling. Maybe it's sending that email. Maybe it's finally cleaning your room. Maybe it's drinking water instead of soda. Maybe it's applying for that position. Maybe it's blocking that number. Maybe it's saying, "I need help." Small does not mean useless. Small is how you start. You are not going to rebuild your life overnight. But you can win 1 hour. You can win one morning. You can win one choice. You want to know the secret that most people miss? Success is not far away. It is one honest decision away. That decision repeated over and over and over again. The reason you think it's far is because you keep stopping. You start. You feel excited. You hit your first wall. You feel discouraged. You quit. You wait. You start again. That constant restarting is killing your momentum. Stop treating your life like something you start on Monday. There is no perfect day to change your life. There is just this day, this moment, this breath. You don't need a new year. You need a new level of honesty with yourself. Ask yourself, if I keep living like this for the next 5 years, will I be proud of where I end up? If the answer is no, then something has to change. Not tomorrow. Now. And I want you to hear this too. You are allowed to ask for help. Being strong does not mean doing everything alone. You are not weak for needing support. You are not broken for needing therapy. You are not dramatic for needing to talk to someone. You are human. Real strength is saying, I can't carry all of this by myself anymore. Real courage is reaching out and saying, I need someone to listen while I figure this out. Your healing is not an inconvenience. Your feelings are not too much. Your journey matters. Let's talk about time. You think you're too late, too old, too far behind. But the truth is, time is going to pass anyway. 1 year will come and go. 5 years will come and go. 10 years will come and go. One day, you will look back at this version of you, the one watching this, the one hurting, the one doubting, the one deciding. And you will ask yourself, did I use that pain to create something better? Or did I stay the same because I was scared? Your future self is watching you right now, and they are begging you. Don't give up here. Don't settle here. Don't believe that this is all we get. Please, fight for us. So fight. Not with anger, not with hate. With commitment. Fight for your future when your past is trying to pull you back. Fight for your mental health when your old coping mechanisms call you. Fight for your body when it's easier to neglect it. Fight for your talent when it's easier to stay mediocre. Fight for your peace when drama tries to drag you in. You have survived so much already. Things that would have broken other people completely. You survived heartbreaks that you thought would kill you. You survived nights where you didn't want to be here anymore. You survived disappointments that shattered your trust. You survived storms you told no one about. And you think you can't change your life? You can. You absolutely can. The same strength that got you through your worst days is the strength you will use to build your best days. Don't waste that strength on just surviving. Use it to create new habits, new boundaries, new standards, new dreams, new relationships, new chances. You don't owe your old life your loyalty. You owe your new life a chance. And yes, you will fail sometimes. You will set goals and miss them. You will make plans and they will fall apart. You will trust the wrong people. You will make the wrong choices. You will fall back into old patterns. That does not mean you are doomed. It means that you are human. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of it. No one who ever built a life they are proud of did it without messing up, without doubting, without wanting to quit. The difference is they got back up. Each time you get back up, you become a different person, a stronger person, a wiser person, a more grounded person. The goal is not to never fall. The goal is to rise faster and with more wisdom each time you do. So, if you're on the floor right now, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, remember this. You do not have to stand up in one dramatic move. You just have to roll over. Then get to your knees. Then put one foot down, then the other. Tiny, messy, ugly progress is still progress. Don't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. You don't know the nights they cried. You don't know what they sacrificed. You don't know what they lost along the way. Focus on your paper, your journey, your next step. And as you walk, remember, you are not your job. You are not your bank account. You are not your degree. You are not your status. You are not your followers. You are not your mistakes. You are not the worst thing you've done. You are not the worst thing done to you. You are a living, breathing story in progress. You are allowed to rewrite the ending. How do you succeed in your life? You stop living on autopilot. You look your pain in the face. You tell yourself the truth. You choose discomfort over regret. You stay when it gets hard. You rest, but you do not quit. You build habits that respect your future. You forgive yourself. You ask for help. You keep going. Even on the days when your heart is heavy. Even on the mornings when you don't believe in yourself. Even on the nights when everything feels pointless. On those days, especially those days, remember this. You don't need to see the whole road to take the next step. You don't need to know exactly how it all works out. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to decide that where you are is not where you will stay. Let this be that moment. Not just another video you watch, feel inspired by, and then forget. Let this be the moment you quietly, seriously, deeply choose yourself. Decide that your future matters more than your comfort. Decide that your peace matters more than their approval. Decide that your dreams matter more than your fear. Decide that your healing matters more than your image. When this ends, don't just go back to your old patterns. Do one small thing differently. Write down what hurts. Write down what you want. Make one clear decision. Take one honest action. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait to have no fear. Move with your fear. Walk with your doubt. Carry your pain and still choose your future. Because one day, sooner than you think, you will look back on this version of you and whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for making that decision. Thank you for changing when it would have been easier to stay the same." Your life is not over. Your story is not done. You are not finished. You are just getting started.